By the end of this video, I'm going to help you guys make a decision on whether to get the Watch 2 Pro or not. My name is Mrtonyelvis and welcome to the Mrtonyelvis YouTube channel. The unboxing of the Watch 2 Pro, you get the watch itself in this beautiful black color. You get a USB cable with a magnetic tip and a user guide. USB cable with the magnetic tip snaps to the back of the phone when the magnets are aligned perfectly. So as you can see, if they are not well aligned, it doesn't really, you get some difficulties when connecting it. But if you have to align them very well, it just snaps like that, just like that. See, it snaps just like that to it, and it's pretty cool. The Watch 2 Pro comes in silicone bands, and to our right here we have our home button here, and when we look at our left we have our speaker, and when we look under the watch we have our sensors here, as you can see. And when you look at the wristbands, you realize it has this lock mechanism, and when you pull the metal tab to the opposite sides, the wristband just comes off like this. It's quite easy to also put it back in. Just fit it in and you just put it, and that's it. So same goes for the other wrist too as well. I noticed this. So looking at this small rubber here, it has this under rubber here which fits into this hole here, give you an extra grip. And as you can see, this small rubber here fits right into this hole, giving you an extra grip. It's like a little extra grip here. To turn on the watch, all you have to do is press and hold the home button to your right. So you press and you hold the home button, and as you can see, we have to set up the device, and to do that we'll be needing the Oraimo health app. The app is available on both Android and iOS, and let me take you through a quick setup of it. So first you open the app. I already have an account, so I'm just going to log in, but if you don't have an account, you could select the start now and you could input your details to create an account with the health app. But since I already have an account, I'm just going to select the login. Once you are logged in into the app, you are first greeted with the preview menu, and it gives you a summary of your activities. But since the phone is not connected to the watch, let's connect the phone to the watch. To do that, you select the watch icon down here, and you select the plus icon on top here. You slide, we select our language, which is English, and we are greeted with the scan QR code. So here, as you can see on the phone, we have a connect with QR code. So we select connect to QR code. So then we scan the code on the watch. Yes. So once everything is set, automatically the phone will start connecting to the watch. As you can see, binding successfully done. So go to acknowledged, and yes, and now our watch is fully connected to our phone. So we have to give notification permission on the phone. So we go just allow. Okay. So one thing I really love about the app is the customizability it gives to you. So as you can see, this is our first wallpaper by default on the watch, but you can change it with the app. So to do that, you simply go to the watch, you select this green arrow icon at the top here. The app has a dial center, which is like a market where we have pre-existing wallpapers you could select from, or you could create your own dial. So we have pre-existing ones here, as you can see, and there's so many to choose from, so many. Or you could create your own dial. You could slide. So here you create your own dial. You could select your own picture or any image you'd want to use, But here I'll scroll down, and since I'm a Burna Boy fan, I'll select this Burna Boy dial. Now set as my main dial. So it's going to download the dial. Since it's a market, it's like a store, it's going to download it, and when it's done, it's going to upload it to the watch, and that will be my dial or my wallpaper. As you can see, there's a notification here saying dial in transmission. So it's transmitting the dial from the phone to my watch. As you can see, dial installed successfully, and now we have the dial. So you could go through, you could mess around, you could create your own dial, or you could select any pre-existing dial here of your choice. This is a very nice feature I like about the app, and it gives you a whole wide range of customizability. So as you can see, we have a button to the right which is called the home button, and you press that button to wake the screen. So when your screen is on like this, a swipe to your left sends you to your daily activity, and when you scroll down, you could go for more details if you wish. Another swipe to the left sends you to your heart rate monitor, and you can measure heart rate by tapping on the play button over here. And another swipe to the left sends you to your sleep monitor as well. You could also do that, and it takes it cautiously without you having to worry much about it. Another swipe to the left sends you back to the home screen. You swipe to your right, and you have your music player here, and you can access your phone here where you can make phone calls. I've actually connected it to my phone, and I can make phone calls as well. So you go to the dial here, and you can make phone calls. You swipe to your right to send you back. Swipe to your right again to send you back. And you could also still use the home button to go back to the home as well. So let me use the home button here. You swipe down to access extra settings too as well. As you can see, the call tab here is on. So I've already connected it to my phone, as I said earlier. So that's the lock tab. The watch has 5 levels of brightness. As you can see, it's at the highest. So I tap 1, it goes back to 1. I tap again, is on 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 is actually the highest. That's the raise to wake feature, and it's actually on by default. And since this watch lacks the tap to wake, the raise to wake feature is a feature that is like a substitute for that. So actually, when you turn your wrist like this, it actually goes off. You turn it like this, and it comes back on. We have the battery saving mode, we have our settings, we have our volume, and we also have the mute. So we swipe, we press the home button to go back to the home. We swipe up, and we get our message tab. I actually don't have any messages here to show. So you press the home button to go back to your home, and when you press it again, it also gives you another form of options like your phone, the sports, and the heart rate, the blood oxygen, the pressure, the sleep, and a few more. So let me show you a few sports this watch could take measurements of and activities of. So when you tap the sports, we have outdoor run, outdoor walk, treadmill, mountaineering, off-road, outdoor cycling, and a few more as well. We have basketball, football, tennis. As you can see, there's no swimming here. The Watch 2 Pro has an IP68 rating for sweat and dust resistance, but it's not meant for swimming. So please do not use your watch for swimming, since as you can see in the sports section, there is no swimming there. So do not use your watch for swimming. There are a lot of things I really love about the Watch 2 Pro, and the first one I'll talk about is the screen. So ignoring the chin and the bezels and all, the display of the Watch 2 Pro is amazing. It really looks better in person when you actually have it on your wrist and you look at it every time. It looks way better than you might expect. So it's actually a 1.7 inch TFT LCD display with a resolution of 320 by 385. So some might say it's an LCD screen, so it's not that good, but actually it's very good, and it looks very nice. The next thing I love about it is the vibration system on this watch. You know, there are times I would miss an alarm from my phone or something, but with a watch strapped to my wrist, I can't miss an alarm. It vibrates very well and it's very, very deep, and the speakers don't do much though, but I don't have an issue since it's attached to my skin. The vibrations are all I need to notify me or give me a signal when I have something going on with the watch. And the next thing I love about the Watch 2 Pro is, aside all the features it gives to you, especially for people when you are working out and all those things, it's able to remind you to drink water. And for someone who is on a weight loss journey or something, obviously, a fun fact, water helps reduce your weight, and to have my watch remind me every time to take water, that's a very plus for me. And these are a few things I really enjoy about the Watch 2 Pro. So the Watch 2 Pro comes with a 300 milliamp hour battery, and you should be expecting about 7 days after a full charge. The battery actually drains faster when it's connected via Bluetooth to your phone, so you should be expecting less or more drainage when you actually connect the watch to your phone or to your device. It's a 2.5D tempered glass, and I haven't had any scratches since I got the watch. So I've been using it for about a week now, and I carry it along me anywhere I go, and I haven't noticed any scratch. It's not always on my hand. Sometimes I leave it on the table, sometimes I throw it on my bed, I put it in my pockets, and wow, it has really held up, and that's very, very nice to have. The Oraimo smartwatch obviously has a few issues here and there. I like to talk about them. So to begin with, the button on the smartwatch, the home button, of course, it's hard and it requires effort to press it. So let's say you're in a workout session and you just wanted to check your time or something like that, you would have to, it's not seamless as you can just hold and press. It's hard, it's a very hard button, and it requires effort to use it. I know they have a feature which is raise to wake. There's a feature that's actually on by default, and it works when you tilt your hand. When you tilt your hand to watch it, your smartwatch automatically comes up or shows up. But as a touchscreen, I was expecting a tap to wake feature, and this has become a very huge issue for me coming from iOS. So with my iPhone, all I have to do is just tap the screen and it just wakes. But with my smartwatch, I have to press the home button, and to begin with, the home button is quite hard and not as easy to press. And also, when I activate this raise to wake feature too, it doesn't work all the time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. And sometimes when you're walking around, you might accidentally even activate the raise to wake feature, and it might be on without you even noticing it. The second issue I have with the Oraimo Watch 2 Pro is with the screen. So it's a 1.75 inch display, and out of the box, I noticed the chin. It has quite thick chin and a little bezel around it too as well. So it's a 1.75 inch screen, but you should know you're not getting the full 1.75 when you consider the thick chin at the bottom and the bezels around it as well. So there's actually a reason for the thick chin at the bottom, and so manufacturers have to find a way to connect the screen to the board. The chin is there to serve as a space to help link the screen to that of your motherboard. So that chin there is just serving as a space for a microfilm to connect your screen to your motherboard. And this is quite common when you look at Android phones, but Apple has actually found a way to go about it. But here it's quite thick, and I don't really have an issue with the chin, but I have an issue with the bezel. It's quite thick and it doesn't really sit well with me too as well. And also the screen sometimes is not quite responsive, especially when I'm swiping down. It sometimes sees it as a swipe to my right, and it gives me a bit of issue when I would want to check something as quickly as possible. The screen is not that responsive. The third thing I would like to talk about is availability of the wristband. So it's a rubber wristband, silicone to be precise. I'm not really a fan of rubber bands on my wrist. Yes, I prefer leather. So most of the watches I've worn in the past few years, they all had leather bands, and I've gotten quite used to them. So having a silicone band doesn't really sit well with me. So I actually went online to search for to search for some wristbands, and I found that some were available on the official Oraimo store in Nigeria. It's available. Some of the wristbands are available on the official website, but in Ghana here we don't have the other wristband colors available on the Oraimo's official website. So I went to Jumia as well. I found some, but I can't really tell. Looking at the pictures, I can't really tell if they would fit the Oraimo Watch 2 Pro. So I will leave the link down in the description below. You can check it out, but trust me, I'm not sure if they will fit the watch as perfectly as you might think of. And talking about the wristbands, there are other accessories too that I would love to have on my watch, like a screen protector. Yes, I would love to have a screen protector on my watch. I wouldn't want scratches on my watch. I really want to keep it as clean and neat as possible. Obviously, at the gym or when you are mountain climbing, you might have some few debris or a few things fall on your watch, and all this might give you a few scratches here and there. But if I had a screen protector on my watch, I would be very, very happy too as well. And if I had a case to protect the watch as well too, I'd be very happy. So it all boils down to this: should you buy the Oraimo Watch 2 Pro? If you don't have any smartwatch and you're considering buying a smartwatch from Oraimo, I'd say wait. The Watch 3 is coming very soon. You could get that one, and I hope they upgrade and fix a few mistakes of theirs. But if you're already coming from the Watch 2 or any other Oraimo watch, I would recommend you wait till the Watch 3. And if you haven't bought any watch from Oraimo, still wait for the Watch 3. But if you already have the Watch 2 Pro, it has a lot of functionalities. It can do a whole lot, and I would still say hold on. If the Watch 3 still isn't enough, we'll wait for the next watch to come out. Then we'll see how far that one goes. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Hope to see you another time.